Hello, hello. So good to see you here. Hello, dears. Can you see me well? Can you hear me well? Is everything all right? Shoshana, Wendy, Claire, so many of you. Melissa. Hey, Kristen from Florida. Hi. Liz, thank you so much for dropping by. Well, you might have seen some bits of this tour on, some months ago. Today is going to be one very special new location, but I'm sure I will run the tour differently. Of course, not in the birthday mode, but I will. So that's okay, really. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you so much, everybody, for your greetings. Means a lot. Means a lot. I've come to my place of power. These are the ruins of the Byzantine church. I like to come here. It's one of my most favorite places in Ashkelon, apart from the beach, of course. Okay, let me look through the chat. This is my husband's idea. It's not me. It's not like I'm not that uh, crazy about my own birthday. Not really, but my husband is, and my son. Yeah, which is cute. Thank you, Liz. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the gift. Thank you, Zena. Thank you, Adrian. Share. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Let me see. Did I mention we're going to have a special guest appearance today? I might have not, but we will. Okay. Luckily, it's not as hot as it was just an hour ago. I've been hanging out here for an hour at least, getting ready and all these things. Well, no, I'm going to have to flip it the vertical mode when everybody joins. So we still have about 5 minutes. So let me just go through the chat. Hey, Risa, hi. Linda, it's so sweet. Thank you. Miriam, good to see you. Shalom, everyone. Yay, Scorpio. Yes, I am the Scorpio. I am. I'm not don't really believe much in the horoscope, but I found out after I moved to Israel, after I started, studying Jewish culture and Jewish calendar, I realized that, well, it's a lunar calendar, and there's so much correspondence between the zodiac signs and the zodiac calendar, zodiac system, and the lunar calendar. So I might need to give it a second chance. I'm not sure. We'll see. Vicky, oh, you too. Yeah, I know that one of the voyagers, one of the hay goers, has a birthday today as well, and there are many of us in many Scorpions here. Yes, 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 Shoshana, indeed, it comes from Judaism, but I didn't know that. I learned it, well, not a long time ago, relatively. So for those who haven't seen any of the Ashkelon tours, it's going to be, um, like normally, back in the days when I was in St. Petersburg, I would be showing you mostly glamorous place, but glamorous stuff. In Ashkelon, we've been to Ashkelon National Park. Hi, Cindy. Hello, hello, everyone. Kathy, thank you so much for joining. I'll be interrupting myself very often to greet and to thank. And again, it wouldn't be enough, and well, we've been to the Ashkelon National Park, which is a huge, very, very old place. Uh, I've done these tours twice, so it's gonna be it's like an antique. But this is different. We're gonna be walking in between the residential area, well, they quite have a premium class with the villas and stuff, and then I promise I'll take it to the beach. Even though the swimming season is officially over, doesn't mean that we cannot go to the beach and celebrate there a little bit, right? So I think it always works. Taking it to the beach always works. Taking myself to the beach always works. Even though I don't go to the beach as often as I could have because I live technically 15 minutes from the sea and I see bits of it from the window. A Siberian girl, a girl who was born in Siberia in the depth of the country, uh, all of a sudden finds herself on the shore of the Mediterranean. This only happened a few times when I was on vacation. That's a bit different story now, right? Yes, I'm dressed. I've been dressed by my family. My son found this at a shop, so I hope you'll get it the right way. In the photos, it's actually the right way, but I might need. Do I need to flip it on the other shoulder? I don't know. How does it look? No idea. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. And my husband got me this. There is not, well, it's, you can't read much because of my hair. They're like everywhere, but it's also a happy birthday thing. Can you read this? I think only this way you can read that. I look very silly, I know that. I swear I haven't had anything. I haven't had any drink. I only had some tea. I didn't even have coffee today. I mean, in I haven't had coffee for like 6 hours. That's not really normal for me, but oh, thank you so much. I have a new sponsor. Thank you so much, whoever you are. Thank you, Melanie. Did he cook you a birthday cake for later? No, this time he cooked me something different. Do we have? Actually, we don't have much time, but since it's my tour, it's my birthday tour, and I guide the way I want to. I promise it's gonna be history. I promise a lot of stuff. Um, but since you asked about the cake, so my husband and my son cooked something completely different. It's not a cake. You know, they're like this pop it toys. You just need to pop bubbles. So this anti-stress thing, and they melted chocolate, and in those circles they placed M&Ms, and then they covered it with melted chocolate. They put it in the fridge, and in a few hours, uh, nicely looking stuff came out. So that's the cooking from my son. Do you want a cooking tour like that? Oh, I'm joking. Don't worry. Hello, 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 Arnold from Manchester, UK. Perfect, indeed. I'm not sure you could eat it since it's rubber, but I think yes. Okay, so let me finally begin. I think I need a change of place a little bit as well. Okay, maybe something like that. Oh no. Okay, so hello everybody. I am excited. My name is Anna. Just in case there's someone who haven't been in my tours and just drop by. Um, Today is a very special tour for me. Well, technically, yesterday was my birthday. I'm 35 now. Even in Israel, I'm no longer considered a kind of a young person because all the special programs like Masa, they are they only address the young people up to the age of 34. So well, including 34, and now I'm officially a very adult. Well, I'm joking, but yeah, I'm 35 now. Uh, my husband wanted to laugh at me, and when they were putting the candles on the cake that we bought yesterday, he first put it like 53, not the 35. It was funny. Okay, he thought I'd kill him, but I didn't. No, I just laughed. That was it. I don't think it's not so bad. No, 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 no. That's not so bad. Absolutely, absolutely. Some wrinkles are they kind of getting on my nerves, but I can also live with that. They're mostly mimics. Thank you, Karen. Thank you so much. Thank you. So today I'm celebrating birthday the way I want to. The big reason why I wanted to celebrate my birthday with you is because I'm far from home and I'm feeling lonely. Yes, I am here with my family, with the closest people ever, but I don't have my parents here. They are in Siberia, they are in Russia. My husband's mom, she's in St. Petersburg. And I have some, kind of good friends, new friends, but the new friends are not the old friends who have known you for a long time, and it's just a bit different, you know. Thank you, Risa. Thank you, everybody. And I've been touring with Hago for almost 2 years. It's gonna be 2 years in December this year, and that's not the way, you know, everything that's happening now is not really the way I planned it. I didn't plan anything like this, but I'm in Israel because of the war, and I'm sure you know which wish I made when I was blowing the candles. um, I'm not gonna tell you because I really don't want to jinx anything. um, but so far I'm here in Israel, and I'm grateful, and I believe this is one of the greatest presents that the life, that the fate, that the destiny could have given to me. So, and I just wanted to also thank you for being so supportive. Well, it would have been that, it wasn't easy, but it would be it would have been much more difficult without your support, without being able to guide you, without being able to run these tours and just share the things I discover about Israel. That's basically it. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the kind words and the hearts and the cakes. This is the overload of sugar. Yeah, that has been too much of sugar, I believe, recently. Okay, I can already see that my cheeks are growing much bigger than my shoulders. That's not too good. It's a really, really bad sign. That's one of the hazards of being in Israel and living around the bakeries. That's, yeah, I think it's some kind of I don't know. It's a conspiracy theory because everywhere I go there is a bakery, and but apart from the bakery, nearly everywhere I go here in Ashkelon, the city where I happen to stop, because this is where we have some family who helped us in the very first stages of Aliyah. So Aliyah means the kind of the immigration, right? The process of the immigration to Israel. My husband is Jewish. I am not, but since we've been married for a long time, I was also allowed to obtain Israeli citizenship. But everywhere I go in Ashkelon, I also see history, and this history fascinates me. I didn't know anything about the city, and the morning I woke up uh, in Israel after landing, and then we had a sleep, and then I woke up, and then I realized, oh my goodness, I'm in a city which is as minimum as 5,000 years old. Can you imagine? So there is a lot I want to share with you, but before that, there's something else, someone else. Thank you, Sandy. I don't know why the computer was acting like that. So, but here we are. And before we get down to the tour, because today I'm going to be showing you some places that you have seen, but some places that I like very much because they're special and they are in beautiful surroundings. And also one very new place which has been recently opened and feels like this is the present for me from the Ashkelon authorities. But before that, I want to introduce to you a very, very special guest star that's going to be hanging out with me for a while now, including my Halloween tours. While I'm fetching my new friend, you can just guess who that might be. Sometimes you feel like 5,000 years old. Oh, Kristen. Um, well, yeah, sometimes I also feel much older, but not because of that, but because there is so much history. And I really wish that I that I could have witnessed at least something of those days, but then I realized that maybe not, because the history is so much wars and so much troubles. Really don't know. Okay, give me a second. Marge, interesting idea. Okay, who else? No, Misha is not that special friend, or not that special guest, because he's already been on tours with me, and he's like a colleague and a partner. But there is a very, very special guest star. Okay. So for that, I'm gonna need to switch the camera, of course. Give me a second. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes and the greetings. Okay, so there you go. No, this is actually Oscar. Yay! Hello. He's already learned some Hebrew. So shalom, shalom, everyone. Oscar gets around indeed. So Oscar's gonna join me for this tour. Shalom, Oscar, indeed. Yes. So Oscar landed just yesterday. I went to pick him up, and he always travels chic, and he went bougie this time too. But this time, he also has some pants, because before that, he was almost going commando on my tours in St. Petersburg. He said he doesn't want that anymore. Because it felt awkward. So he now has some pants that keep falling off, but he also has some shoes, which we're definitely gonna need, because we're gonna be walking on the ruins. Yay! So this is my guest. This is a very, very good old friend of Stefan van der Meer, our amazing guide from all the way Netherlands, from from everywhere, really, because everywhere Stefan goes, he gives amazing tours, and he gives amazing tours everywhere he goes. Well, okay, I guess it's time to begin. So Oscar and I are gonna be switching the camera and gonna be showing you around, and then we're gonna go to the new place. Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy Oscar landed just on time. Okay, so dear all, jokes aside, we are here at a history place. We are at the ruins of a Byzantine church, of a Christian church. I'm not gonna be giving you the long and nerdy history lesson like I can. I can, but it's not this kind of tour. But the importance of Ashkelon. So in this tour, I'm gonna be just drawing some conclusions and making some connections. I have no idea what this is, because this wasn't here the last time I came. It looks like something artificially uh, created as kind of a jar, but of course it's a new one. I'm not going to be touching it just in case. It doesn't belong here. However, it also gives us some understanding that before the Byzantine times, of course, it was the Roman Empire, and Ashkelon, as I told you, is 5,000 years old. So starting from those long times ago, um, third millennia before Common Era, Ashkelon already became the center of trade. And then with the partnership with Egypt, with the Via Maris, right? So the road of the sea, the this is one of the oldest and important trade routes, water trade was first of all. So Ashkelon was the trade center. This is why throughout the centuries, really regardless of the historic period, Ashkelon would be in the center of attention and would be always a desired land. So the Greek, okay, let's start from the start, and then this is how we end up with Byzantine. So Canaanites and Egyptians. So Canaanites, Egypt. Then the Philistines, starting from the 1200 before Common Era. Then it would be the Babylonians, right? And Babylonians, of course, the idea was to go to Jerusalem and to destroy the first temple. Then the Persians for a short while that also did a lot of trade, but and they left some interesting artifacts after themselves. But that's not about not this time. I promise to tell you more on my Halloween tour. Yeah, so make sure if you haven't booked my Halloween tours, I'm gonna be giving 3 tours this Halloween weekend. Well, check them out. If anybody could share the link to my channel, that would be fantastic. If you're not following me, it's high time to follow. That would be super fun. And then from Persians, okay, let's move like that. Okay, so this is just for you to see the big picture. Okay, so the Greeks and even Alexander the Great, then the Romans, and the Romans turned it into a much bigger place. A huge trade center and a huge recreation center with Roman baths, brothels, theaters, 2 theaters. And I'm pretty sure that there would have been even a bigger Roman place if the Roman if the Roman Empire hadn't collapsed. And then this is when the Byzantine emerged, and Byzantine, being already a Christian state, turned the former port city and the city of money and the city of sin into, thank you so much for sharing. Envy, thank you, means a lot. Thank you for the comments like that. They mean a lot for sure. I'm not a native speaker of English, no. I still struggle sometimes, and sometimes it's still difficult to find words, but thank you, thank you. I've been learning English for 30 years now. Okay, another jubilee. Thank you. So, and then it became the center of enlightenment and Christianity. And we are starting our tour on the ruins of a Byzantine church that was constructed. Okay, it was either the 4th or the 5th century Common Era. It's a big one. It might seem it's in the middle of nowhere. Well, what does it mean, the middle of nowhere? It's a relatively new, about 30 years old uh, neighborhood, premium class of villas. They're hugely expensive. The sea is not far from here, and I'll make sure you see the sea. And then in the middle of the last century, in 1950s, 1960s, it was found a huge church, and the bigger than the more they dug, the more they would find. So this is what they have found, and this is not the only Byzantine church in a small city of Ashkelon. Uh, it is the biggest one, but not the only. So probably we know of at least 3, maybe even 4 more churches. And then also, of course, the Roman temples, then also synagogues, and a couple of shrines of Philistines, couple of shrines of Phoenicians, and well, you name it. As for this history after the Byzantine period, we will talk about it later. So in this story focus on let's say about 1600 years of history. Okay, the apse of the church. So it's, well, you see it's big, and how much the walls survived. They had to dig a lot, so the level, the ground was of that level, so they had to dig a lot. It took years to dig it out. Then from the both sides, so of the nave we have the aisles. So here they are. So it's like I feel like I'm inside the church. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, everybody, for the greetings. Thank you so much. And a pretty rare thing, which is now typical for Orthodox Christian churches. So we have prophecies and diaconicon. So the special rooms for vestments to prepare for this for the ceremonies. There is, you see, it survived. You wouldn't find many churches like this nowadays, and not many churches of Byzantine period survived in this condition. Okay, so before I take you to the new place and keep on telling you the history of Ashkelon, I would like to ask you for a favor, or maybe Oskar wanted to ask you for a favor. Okay, Spence, I'm really sorry. Dear, you really gotta do something about it, you know? You know that? You know that? Yeah? Okay. So we're gonna need to flip it vertical on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, something like that. And can we ask you for a shot together? So my good old friend is back. It means the world to me that Oskar came back a year later. It was a different address. He didn't expect to end up in Israel, you know. He was sure it would be St. Petersburg. So was I. Well, it is what it is. Oops. Okay, go back. Thank you. Yes, we are in the navy blue, indeed. Okay, so now I'm gonna need to grab my things, and we're gonna, okay, so Oskar is a little bit tired. He's still getting over this jet lag. Oskar, you're gonna be good. I got some fuel for you, but that's gonna be a bit later. That looks like a nice postcard, doesn't it? Okay, now it's time to take you, dear Oskar, to the new place. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so a bit of modern history. So what you see now is already the achievement of the most recent history of Ashkelon and of Israel. Technically, the modern state of Israel is very young. In 1948, it was formed, and before that, starting from 1917, it was the British Mandate territory. Okay, I'm crossing the street, and why I'm saying this, because this street, this is where we've just been. This is where the church is located. It is named after Tzvi Segal. And Tzvi Segal was one of the Zionists, one of the, I would say, one of the most passionate Zionists who was, during the British mandatory period, even sent to exile to Africa because he was that vigorously fighting for the formation of the for the state of Israel. But he, despite everything, returned, and he was one of those one of the handful of people who signed the Declaration of Independence in Tel Aviv. And very soon in November, I'll be running 2 tours called the Trail of Independence. So I'll be happy to see you. I'll be scheduling them very soon, and I hope that Oskar will join me for those tours. And as we go, so what you see, villas, a boat. Thank you, Sue. Thank you so much, everyone. This is a kind of a well-off neighborhood, and you see the villas. So they started the construction of these villas in around in around the 60s, 70s, but of course some of them will be constructed much later. But to build something here also, it means that you need to dig a lot, right? You need to yeah, to dig. And when you dig, well, have a look at this pile of rubble. And as you dig, you can easily find something special in a city which is more than 5,000 years old, right, Oskar? Are you agree? Do you agree with me? Yeah. So, and this is how in the 1950s and 1960s, the workers would stumble upon Roman sarcophagi, Roman tombs, and the mosaics, the Byzantine mosaics. And not only that, and also the wine presses, and oil presses, and numerous jars, and like here in the middle of nowhere. And it turned out that throughout the stretch of the shore of the Mediterranean over here, because the sea is just there, and after I take you to this place, I will take you for a very short picnic, a small picnic, not a short one, a small picnic. Yeah. Karen, well, that was shut you down. What do you mean? Oskar wants to go swimming. Yeah, absolutely. He does want that. Okay, I'm taking you to the new place. So here was a huge Byzantine neighborhood. People lived here. People worked here. People went to the church here. And finally, after many years of neglect, so these places were found, these places were partially dug, and then the finances would run out, and then, well, many things would happen. A couple of wars would take place as well. So yeah, that was tough. And well, I would say that the priorities changed many times, but finally, just before my birthday last week, the Ashkelon city authorities opened the new open air exhibition about the Byzantine period of life in Ashkelon, about what people did. Hi, Stefan. Hi. Hi. Look who's here finally. Yay. Yay. So those who haven't been following Stefan and his amazing tours, but I'm sure there are no voyagers like that, but still, if there is any single one, make sure you check them out. Yay, so I'm so happy to see you. Okay, so let me switch the camera because this is where we're heading to. First, we start with the olive oil production. Have a look. So it was found here on a small square of the territory. And then later on, the researchers prove that there is a lot more hidden under these formerly sand dunes. And you see this construction, the villas construction, and I can't stop thinking about the following. How many findings have been made here over the course of time, and they haven't been told about, and the Israeli Antiquities authorities had no idea about it. Yeah, so we talked a little bit about the church, so we had some spiritual feast, right? So we've enjoyed some spiritual place. And this is a bit different. So this is about the olive oil press that was found here in Ashkelon, here in this area. It dates back to the somewhat from the 4th to the 5th century. Let's walk around. So it was restored, but Well, it's here. And I know that this is a historic scientific restoration, so no new materials have been used. Yes, yes, it's such a great birthday, such a great birthday present from Stefan to, well, to have sent Oskar to me. Absolutely. Yes, it's like stunningly ancient, and it is here. It's not in a museum. And wait, they are going to open a museum after I guess after they build the high tech park. So Ashkelon is next to have the Silicon Valley, the Israel Silicon Valley. So it's gonna be fantastic, and the real estate prices are gonna soar. And when they have the museum, I'm gonna even fall in love much more with Ashkelon. So by the way, these bricks are also old. They were taken from the area not far from here, and they made even older. But they're here, so it's all authentic. I would like to share with you the few images. I'm not a specialist in olive oil making, but I've managed to find some images. So here on the territory of Ashkelon in the Byzantine times, make sure so you see them there in the chat, the two images. So in the Byzantine times, the city was called Ascalon. And I did mention, right, that it was a big city with a lot of there were libraries here, and some of the librarians, the philosophers, would be sent to, for example, Alexandria. There are documents. Uh, well, it's like the list of employees of a library, and there were two librarians from Ascalon. So it's found. Anna in Ashkelon, title of your book. I believe it's a kismet. I believe it's a fate that I've chosen this city. I mean, everywhere you go in Israel, there will be an old historic place, but wow, Ashkelon is one of the oldest, and Ashkelon has so much to surprise us with. And it's mind-boggling to know that there is so much more to it. And do you happen to remember? So I've taken you here to this place before. Um, I want to share with you some images if you don't mind. So when we came here, the place looked like this. Please check out the most recent message in the chat from me. So it was partially dug, partially grown, and destroyed by the times, well, by hundreds of years, mosaic, the Byzantine mosaic. Again, the mosaic of a Byzantine church, of another Byzantine church. And look, in just about 2.5 months, the Israel Antiquities authorities managed to clean, restore, and arrange the whole place to make it into an open air exhibition. Can you imagine? This is fantastic. And they made sure we see it in full splendor. So this is the fifth early 6th century mosaic of a church on the floor of the church that we believe was constructed around 4th century common era. And I would like to go upstairs. By the way, there is a shallot, a poster, okay, sorry, with the photos of the works of the restoration of the mosaic makers, the restoration laboratory. This is a temporary. I think they're gonna uh, they're gonna set up something more solid. But well, the place has just opened. That's why I think we should give it some more time. Again, they were in a hurry to make sure they finish on time just for my birthday. I can't blame them for a temporary kind of a poster. Yeah, sure. Well, there is so much to learn. I'm not sure I can swallow this much information. I don't think I can digest it really. But sometimes I can't even fall asleep because there is so much that my brain has to process. Look at that. So this is a mosaic from a Byzantine church. They restored it. They restored the inscription. Over there you can see. So, Oskar, I'm gonna need your help. could you please show? So over there, over there, you can see a bit different in color, right? Some bit different pieces of the mosaic. And over here, this strip of a bit brighter color, so lighter color. So these are the new pieces of the mosaic. So the biggest part survived. It's amazing, isn't it? So there is even over there in the middle, there is part of the psalm in Greek. I don't know Greek, I'm sorry. And there is also a date. There are two dates. So some of them is like 500 something and or early 600. And it's a pity because later on in in the 7th century AD, the Fatimids, the first Muslim invasion would take place and the church would be destroyed. And there were also mosaic on the walls of the church. We know that because archaeologists found also pieces of a bit different mosaic here on the floor, on together mixed up with the mosaic on the floor. So you see how big it is. It's huge, and it's here for us. And well, of course, for us, for the two of us. Amazing, right? Are you enjoying it, Oscar? Isn't your brain about to explode from the information? Yeah. Well, okay, there's more to show. Oh, I can't blame this little bear. So his mind is, I think he cannot still get over from the Hermitage and the bar hopping tour we did last year in St. Petersburg. Yeah, I know he had a hangover. I know. And then, yeah, well, okay, I'm not gonna tell them. I promise. Okay, let's switch the subject. This bear, okay, bear with us. So more to show. Here, just the artifacts again. So the all the equipment used in the olive oil making. So they crushed the olives first, then they would squeeze them. They would press the squeezed olives, and this is how they would get the oil. And you can see a different kind of it's like the grinds, the jars, different kinds of things used. So they everything was found in the area. And now in the place where the Byzantine neighborhood was is my neighborhood. This is the Barnea neighborhood. Oh, you still can't get over the depressive bar. Do you remember that Stefan? Well, there was Steph. I guess Stefan was also in that tour. I'm not sure, but many of you were. And Oscar, I think, also shared this with Stefan. I think he couldn't take it anymore in the depressive bar, and yeah, so he just dozed off. I don't know. Really? Yeah. So okay, yeah, could be. Again, so the huge reservoirs for the oil, and then we also know that there was some. Well, we believe, okay, the archaeologists, I'm not an archaeologist, we believe that then these jars, they would become, they wouldn't be needed. They would become too old and obsolete for oil making, but they will be the secondary use because they kept the archaeologists, they found the pieces of some food, well, also the bones, the fish bones, the animal bones, and all sorts of things. So we are not sure for how long these had been in use, but we know they are at least 16 centuries old, at least. Amazing, isn't it? And all of this is is just for us. And for my birthday. Amazing. So I think Oscar's gonna need another postcard if you don't mind. But please, so the postcard is it's gonna happen to you only if you put your pants on. Okay, sometime to show off your amazing pants with the Amsterdam. Yeah, with the Amsterdam logo on it. Sorry, I'm putting the pants on. Okay. So dear, yeah, I think you need some. No, not like that. Okay, I'm sorry. This is a pants moment. We're gonna need to buy you some new pants as well, dear. I'm gonna need to I'm gonna need to glue it to you, I guess. Please don't faint this time. We haven't even started drinking. Okay, so yeah, some of the first postcards from Ashkelon. Safety pins, I guess. I guess. Yeah, we're gonna nail it for sure. Okay, and this is a small Oskar on a huge um, part of equipment. So part of a oil press, an oil squeezer. I'm not a specialist in oil making. I'm sorry. Yay! Okay, so and now Oskar, he hasn't been to the sea yet, and even though the lifeguards have left, which means that the swimming season is officially over, doesn't mean we can now go and have some fun at the beach, right? Yeah. Okay. It's time to go, dear. It's time to go. You. Okay. So I'm sorry you're gonna see also a bit of this unfinished building. There is nothing I can do about it. Um, this is the result of the pandemic. They started building this. It was supposed to be um, a sort of a residential building slash hotel. I guess they are not even. They haven't. They hadn't decided, and they didn't have time to decide because the pandemic started, and everything froze for a long time, unfortunately. But over there is a hotel. The good thing is during the pandemic, the the investors decided not to waste time and start the restoration. And well, by the next year, well, at least it's promised. This way, the hotel is going to be restored, and it's going to be welcoming the visitors, both local, Israeli, and international tourists. I wouldn't say that Ashkelon is a tourist mecca. I wouldn't say that. Um, but in Ashkelon, we have okay. Let's. It's gonna be a minute of bragging because I think Ashkelon needs some uh, some bragging, right? So Ashkelon has the very first in Israel national park. Please let me know if you haven't been to this tour, and Oscar and I might need to repeat it because there in that national park, we have the oldest arch gateways that's been ever found in the world. Most probably, Abraham stood by those gates. Most probably, that place and the entire Ashkelon, for sure, was one of the settings of the story about the Samson and Delilah, because it's about the rivalry between Philistines and the Israelis. What else do we have? We have some amazing Roman sarcophagi. Okay, to do this, I'm gonna need to switch the camera. We're gonna do a little bit of walking. This is I would say, we're going a bit of a dark alley because I want to take it to the beautiful place. But to go to the beautiful place, you're gonna need to know some ways. We're almost there. So I know you might ask yourself, why is Anna taking us to these ugly places? Because sometimes the places only seem ugly, but there's everywhere history. And like here, so you might remember a few tours where I showed you the collection of sarcophagi and ancient anchors as of the times of the Canaanite period, which is 4,000 years ago. And it's located just next to the playground. Let me know if you remember. If you remember those tours, then we have the Roman ruins, the Roman tombs, uh, secretly placed in the residential area. And they okay some of the beautiful, huge underground Roman tombs, which means that the rich Romans lived here. And this is true. Then in Ashkelon National Park, we most probably have, so we have wealth, many wealth, because thanks to the underground waters, not only just because we are located just by the Mediterranean, and you'll see it like very, very soon. Oh, by the way, have a look. The hotel I was talking about. That's the hotel. Built by Yaakov Rechter, a prominent Israeli architect, who, by the way, came from the came from Ukraine. And over here, have a look. So we're looking at something that doesn't look like a Byzantine period, doesn't look like something from a Roman period, because it's not. Because also the Muslims wanted to have these lands, and not only because it's location by the sea, just like I mentioned, but because of the water, because of the fresh water. So in Ashkelon National Park, we might have the system of secret tunnels of the Templars, of Crusaders, Knights of Temple. Can you imagine that? And I am going to show you them on my Halloween tour. So if you haven't booked my Halloween tours yet, okay, I think Oskar has something to say. You better do it. Okay, please do it. Okay, Oskar, then there's something that I haven't shared with you yet. Please have a look. This is already a much different period. This is already at least 13th century Common Era, and this is a tomb of a sheikh. We don't know much about the sheikh. We don't know much. Let me show you what we know. Very little. Sheikh, what is his name? So we don't even know the exact date, but we know that in 1200s, Mamelukes would come. So the Muslims from Egypt would come, and this is when the second Muslim period in the history of the Holy Land started. And I believe this is just the best location for this location is the best one. They chose the best location to place their the tomb. Why? Because of this. Are we going to the beach? Oskar, are you going to the beach? Yes. Okay, we're going. Okay, but before we do, so the idea, as I told you, uh, for our army of every country, every city, for all the peoples that have ever been here, the area was of much interest because because of the two things, because of the geography and because of the resources, because of the water, and because it was the entrance to one of the entrance to Jerusalem. For during the Byzantine period, this was the entrance for the Christians from the Copts, from Africa, from northern Africa, because Jaffa port, which had been very busy and noisy, and of course popular and overloaded, overcrowded, it would be too far. It would be much closer from Africa to go here, to come to the Holy Land. Look at this beautiful palm way. We are very close to the beach. Well, we're just by the beach, but I want to take you to the most beautiful entrance. We are very close. Beautiful, right? Just amazing. That's why you see it's difficult not to fall in love with Ashkelon. With all the history, if you know it, then you can just forget about the unfinished construction sites. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that so much history has been preserved. Very beautiful. Oh, wait, there's even more to it. Thank you. Thank you, Fran. Thank you, everybody, for the tipping. Thank you for the birthday present. Thank you. So, and when the Mamelukes came, their idea was to make sure they destroy all the history, all the previous history, and establish the new state. They establish, well, they would make up their own rules, their own country, and they didn't want the heritage of the previous times, of the previous cultures and religions survive. But surprisingly, there is very much that has been preserved just by the nature. Well, what we have here, they're both like well, it's just for kids. It's kind of a small playground for the kids, and it's also their observation spots just to enjoy the sights. And you see there their whale tails, and you will see why. There's a big concept behind it. There's a restaurant by the sea. It's a very popular place for celebrations. Costly one, but a good one. And wow, look at that, so beautiful. Makombayam, so it's like a cozy place by the sea, a place by the sea. Well, when you have such a location, you don't need to think of a creative name, right? You don't really need that. Okay, let me take you here. This is a chuppah, so the weddings are very often celebrated here. But I want to take you to the place because I want you to see this. Now you know where the whale tails come from. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Please indulge yourself in the screenshots and in the postcards. So the whale tails, right? They're here. Thanks to these whale tails, Ashkelon can boast some of the safest beaches because the Mediterranean is a ferocious sea. Here it is ferocious. Wow. Amazing. Right, Oskar? Do you like it? Do you like it here, Oskar? Are you hungry, Oskar? Are you thirsty? You have to have something other than water. Wait a little, okay? Good. Okay. So now we are rushing to the beach. So when the Mamelukes came, their idea was to build their pilgrimage sites and also tombs of their sheikhs. So it's like combining, well, killing two birds with one stone. Uh, they would just combine of course, the burial site of someone important and worshipped, and the pilgrimage. And there, in that tomb that we saw, there was even the place for pilgrims to rest. So when you were just about to dock at the shores, on the shore of the Mamluk land, well, you just saw from the very beginning that wasn't just a place. And the Mamluks, oh, they were something. That's that's the deal. The color of the sky is stunning. Oh yes, indeed. The color of the sky is stunning. Everything is stunning. Okay, so I'll take you to the beach. We've never been downstairs. We've never been at this beach, but that's my favorite. As I can, because it's the safest for kids, and I'm not a big swimmer, you know. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you, Mary Lou. Thank you. Okay, so we're going down. Oskar, behave. We're almost there. Okay. So this kind of so the promenade that we just entered, the promenade started with the whales and with the restaurant. So this promenade is now one of the most beautiful in Israel. And even in Tel Aviv, which has a really smashing embankment and a long one, and it's like it never sleeps. Oh, so wet here. So now there is a competitor. So we have 12-kilometer long embankment altogether, and it stretches all the way to Ashdod. Well, of course, it doesn't mean that everywhere you can swim. Oh no, but we have a marina, and we've been to marina multiple times with you. Have you been on those tours? Do you remember? Okay, so let me take you to the sea first, and then I take you to the lawn to to celebrate, to raise a glass, and to have a local snack. How about that? Are you down? Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. But first, as promised, we're going closer to the sea. Oskar, I know. Brace yourself, Oskar. You're almost done. You're almost here. I'm almost done. You're almost here. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, okay. Oskar, there's even a chair for you. I hope they're not gonna mind if I place you here in the chair very quickly. Okay, Oskar, hope you don't mind. Can you please take the screenshot? Could you please take the postcard of Oskar chilling before they kick me out of here? Okay, Oskar. Now it's time to go. No, you're not gonna swimming. No. No, 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 no. You're not going to swim. I'm sorry, dear. You're not. Not this time. Do you remember in Peter Hoff, you had to soak on the radiator? Do you remember that? You were soaking wet and you just had to drive for hours on the radiator. No, no, dear, no. And I want you to say this. Yes, Oskar. Not again. Not again. Okay. I like this. These are for the shade. Just a huge, huge umbrellas. But they won't protect you from, no, they're just, they're going to protect you from the sun. But even now, in the end of October, it's still hot in the afternoon. Oh, silly bear, indeed. Sandy, you haven't giggled this much. I haven't giggled this much too in a long time, I should tell you. Really. Just for 1 hour, I have forgotten about everything with you, with Oscar. Okay, and now I promised Oscar some drink. It's going to be the drink that he got for me. He got some souvenirs uh, from Stefan, from Catherine, and we're gonna try it right now, which happens to be also a drink very special to me because it has connection with St. Petersburg, where I come from. We're going to try the favorite drink of Peter the Great when he visited the Netherlands. Okay? Are we gonna do that? Okay, we're gonna do that. Give me some time, please. Just bear with us. Just bear with us. Give us a second. Okay. Can you do this for me, dear? Can you just stay like this for a while? Don't fall. That's too early to fall. Okay, you're gonna do it. You're gonna make it. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Okay, I'm almost ready. So I promise just a few more minutes and we are done with the tour. Oscar, you can do it. Hold on. Okay. I just want it to be something special. So, okay. So what do we got? We got a tablecloth worth a couple dollars. This me here, ready to celebrate with you. And with this cute bear. You sit with me, okay? Now, we're gonna have this. We're gonna have this. The Genever. I used to think it's some sort of grappa, but it's more of a gin, the Dutch gin. Okay, so are you happy about it, dear? Are you happy? I think it is. Okay, and let me show you what else we're having. We are having some pastry. It's savory from one of my favorite bakeries. Traditional Genever, yes. Things could get messy. This is why we haven't started drinking and the Byzantine church. Well, who would be drinking in the Byzantine church? I cannot, even though it's ruins. Okay, so I have my favorite Ziva. It's a pastry filled with sesame seeds and the white cheese. And one more pastry, I have no idea what's the name, with Bulgari cheese, also white cheese, very, very salty cheese. Very salty cheese, like super salty. Now, I need to somehow secure the gimbal. Let's see how it goes. I'm not sure. Okay, are you gonna? Oh yeah, it works. So we're gonna try this. We're gonna have some Ziva, and this is gonna be it. I can't have pastries anymore. Oh, well, at least, yes, at least with me. So again, Oscar, put it back on. Yeah. Okay. So, dear Voyagers, it's been a difficult year. Um, it's been emotional. It's been a lot of mood swings, a lot of change, a lot of difficult decisions, many new people, good people, a lot of support. I didn't know that I have so many people that care about me and my family. And I didn't know I cared about so many people that I've never seen in my life. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here for me. Thank you so much, Oskar, for coming. Thank you, Stefan. Thank you, Catherine, for being here for me. Thank you, everyone, each and everyone. Thank you for all the messages. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all the tipping over this almost 2 years. I mean it. You saved me in the pandemic. You saved me during the war, even though I haven't been directly affected, but I am still affected. My family is still affected. And I can't thank you more. I can't thank you enough. So cheers. Yep. this is a this is a good thing. Okay, that looks like a really nice postcard. Yay! Okay. I'm not gonna tell anyone. Give me a second. I just realized that I have that in my gimbal I can actually extend it like this. That's what I did not realize. Okay, something like that. Okay, hope it just doesn't fall. Okay, now it's my turn. Now it's my turn, Oskar. Okay, cheers. It's good. Okay, and just my favorite Ziva. Okay, so let me go over the comments. I tried to answer as many as possible, but it hasn't been easy, I should tell you. So right now, as I'm munching, I also read the comments and try to answer the questions that I haven't answered. And please don't hesitate to type it again for the fifth time, because I haven't been really following all the comments. Okay, let's go over the comments. Okay, I think it's gonna take me a long time, so please feel free to send in the questions again. Rechter, yes. So they are the architect Jakob Rechter. So he was in one of the aliyahs, say in the early aliyahs, and he has roots in Ukraine, in the former USSR as well. Jakob Rechter. He passed away already. He is mostly famous for these his hotels in Tel Aviv. Um, yes, this would be his most signature works. And you're doing a great job. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's 11 a.m. in Montreal now, but I'll join you for a gin and tonic. Amazing. Okay. So then another go. Okay. Okay. Richard, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for the tipping. Thank you, dear. Thank you, my good friend. Thank you. I'm sure this year will be more makeup than the previous one. Yeah, I hope so. I hope this. Yes. Well, there is so much to make up for. Not only to me. I mean, it's been hell of a year. So it tastes. I don't know. It doesn't taste like gin. To me, it tastes more like grappa. Really, I'm not a big specialist. I'm not. I'm not a specialist. Not a connoisseur of alcohol drinks. I'm a very, very, very social drinker. Oh, on the rare occasions, I'm a social drinker. Um, but this is how it tastes to me. Well, it's very strong. It's 38%. My goodness. Okay. So, Melanie, thank you, Anna, for all that you have done for us during the pandemic. Thank you, because it's all thanks to you and for you and because of you. And that I'm here and still able to work in the new country. I mean, it's all because we have this unique opportunity with Hago. You have no idea how much I appreciate Hago for all the help, for all the assistance, for all the support over these 2 years and the first months of the war and their encouragement and support. And yes, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. And this tour has been meant also to, well, like normally, you should invite your close friends, right? You should invite your friends to the party, your significant other, the people that, well, like your people. You should invite your people, but who would I invite if it's not you? If it's not the hey goers? Oscar is your significant other. Yeah. So while my two other significant others are watching cartoons and probably playing board games, I have to I have to make sure the pants doesn't fall off from the other significant other. That's true. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love being with you as well. Okay, if there are any other questions that I haven't answered, I'm here to answer. There are many other great tours on Hago, which I really encourage you to join. And if you haven't toured with us with Stefan, well, which I'm sure you have, but if you haven't, make sure you do. They're going to be amazing tours, amazing Christmas tours, some tours that of the places I didn't know that Stefan can guide to. I mean, this is amazing. I mean, the geography and the knowledge. And I'm so happy that my friend Oskar is here with me, that we can also show um, scary places of Israel. We can show some Tel Aviv. We can show some Ashkelon. We can even show some other cities, right? Are you down or are you down? Okay, so this would be it. Thank you so much, dears, for joining. Please make sure you follow me. Please make sure you check out my socials. I'm Anna Full Stop Your Guide on Instagram. And you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on the Voyagers page. So that there are free Halloween tours ahead at the Trail of Independence in Tel Aviv very soon, and a lot more. We are going to Jaffa, I guess, because Oskar told me that while he was on his plane, he flipped through the Lonely Planet book, right? And he just fell in love with the streets of Jaffa, and he wants me to go there again. But I told him like I've already shown it to the Haygoers, so I need to ask you: would you like to go to Jaffa with me again? Yay! Great! Thank you so much. Okay, so this would be it. Thank you, dears, for joining. Oh, finally, you can see this headpiece. Oskar, hold on. Yeah. Okay, could you please, well, if you can share the postcard, that would be great because, well, we've got some great shots together and some great selfies of Oskar and Oskar on an olive grinder. Yeah. Thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed this tour. And if you haven't seen Ashkelon with me, then you're going to see it again with me and Oskar. Oskar's going to be impressed for sure. So I hope that I've sparked your interest for Ashkelon and for some places in the Holy Land you haven't been to and haven't seen. Okay, thank you so much, dears. Thank you for all the kind words, for the hearts, for all the greetings. I promise I'll be looking through them. I'll be responding. There's been so many of them. I have no idea how much time I'm gonna need to go over them. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. And I would like to wrap it up by I think Oskar needs another screenshot. Yeah, I think Oskar needs another postcard. Yeah? You haven't tried my Ziva. Okay. Then of course you will. Okay. Okay, Oscar. Well, then you can definitely enjoy it. You can definitely enjoy it. Okay, Oscar. Yeah. Just don't fall, please. And not sure. Yeah, maybe this. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Okay, see you very soon in a few days for my Halloween tours. Yay! And more Russian Revolution series. Yes. So the season 2. Yes, in November, new episodes, exclusive locations. You have no idea. Bye bye. Bye bye, everyone. Thank you. He's so adorable indeed. And he's gonna get so tipsy in a while. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye.